guys, I'm back. It's been an interesting last 3 weeks, let me just tell you. So if you're new to my channel, or you forgot me because I've been gone a while, my name's Sarah. This is my YouTube channel, Stitching by Sarah. This is a channel mainly about cross stitch. Today I do have something other than cross stitch to show you. So 3 weeks ago, I woke up on Friday morning. I was gonna, do my usual Friday, make my video, and my husband was still home, and he said he had called off for the weekend, which was my first little ding, something's wrong, because he was on call for the weekend. And as I was sitting here, he said he didn't feel good, and then he popped a nitro, which was my next ding. And I said, we're going to go into the ER, and without, putting up too much of a fight, he got up and got his stuff, and that was my third little ding, Something's really going on. Long and short of it is, my husband ended up having bypass surgery. I'm not going to go into all the details of everything that went off, but Lord was watching over me because it was the same week that my mom and sister had planned on coming down. So unfortunately, I didn't get to spend much time with mom and my sister because I was at the hospital a lot with my husband. But my sister and my mom, they were my babysitters for the dogs. So that was really nice. Although our wonderful daughter, she had offered to come up and babysit the dogs, but Grandma and Aunt Gail were coming up, so she didn't have to worry about that. I did take Mom and Gail to see the Sam Houston statue that is outside of Huntsville, Texas here. I'll pop in. If I can find a picture, I'm sure I can find a picture. I'll pop in a picture here of what it looks like. I'm sure Mom wouldn't let me share a picture of her at it. So that has been why I've been gone. Sitting in the hospital with my husband, I did get a lot of stitching done. I took the easier stuff like the aidas, the 14 count aidas and stuff like that. The first day that I went, I did take Death by Cross Stitch, and I got a bit done, but it was easier to do aida. So I do have 2 finishes thanks to sitting in the hospital with my hubby. Actually, I have a third. This was before the hospital stay, but I'll show that in a little bit. And I want to thank everybody for the wonderful thoughts and prayers and notes and stuff. You guys are awesome. I love my subscribers. I do have a little bit of stuff that I'm adding to my collection. And I think that's about it. I had, when I was looking at my desk here, I was thinking, man, this is going to be a really long video. It's not going to be a 10-minute video, but I don't think it's going to be over half hour. So grab your favorite drink and you're stitching or whatever you do while you're watching my video, and we'll get started. So before, let's see, was it the day before? Yeah, it must have been the day before, yeah, the day before, everything started. We had our monthly Embroidery Guild meeting, the EGA meeting, and it was a scheduled class. It was our needle felting class by a wonderful lady named Joyce Hazelrig. I will pop in the box, the description box, a link to her videos. I guess they were done like years ago, but you can see what needle felting is and how it's done. Yeah, I'll do that. If I can find a link, figure out a link up here, we'll do that, but it'll be in the description box. Anyways, our class was making toadstools. So this is my fully finished for the week, and this is needle felting. So this I've got a glue on there. So that's the top. And I'll just turn it around. I'm going to give this to my daughter because she's more of a fairy fan. And she liked it. So this is going to go to my daughter. So that is what we did in our Embroidery Guild class. It is so much fun. Yeah, we already told Joyce that we were going to have her back next year. It's an annual thing now. We bring her along. All right, so I have 2 finishes. Let's see. First one is Needlebling Designs. Come As You Are and Sit a While. So I may or may not have pictures of especially the stuff that was done while we were in the hospital. So if I don't have one, then there's going to be weird cuts. But if I do, I'll show it. So if there's a picture, it's right here. And this is the finish. The fabric is 14 count Alchemy by Picture This Plus. The floss is Brethren Blue, I think. Oh, Prussian Blue by Coloring Cotton. So that is my first finish. And I think this is only the second for the year. Anyway, so there's Welcome and Come As You Are. That's my first finish for this video. And I'm not sure how I'm going to fully finish that yet. And the next one is Bristol Berry's one. I did that berry right there. This is where it was last time you guys saw it. And this is where it is now. This is the finish. I thought about, oh, you know what? I just realized I didn't put my initials and date in that one. I was thinking about putting my initials and date in here, but then I'm like, nah. I just wanted to call it done. So that is my Bristol Berry. I think that's the second berry that I need to finish. I think I have one other one. So those are my finishes this week. Well, actually, last 4 weeks, because it's been 4 weeks since I came to you. All right, these first couple were done between last video and, you know, the Friday that my husband went to the hospital. So first one is Arab Mother's Love by Yoda's X Stitch. This is a very old pattern that I printed off of the internet. Probably, let's see, 10, 15 years ago, maybe. So, this is where it was last time you guys saw it. And this is where it is now. So I finished, or not finished, but I was working on that area up there. This is my second to oldest whip. If you're not a cross stitcher, whip is a work in progress. So I need to get that done. I had originally started that for my daughter back, 15 years ago or whatever, and I thought it was too hard because of all the almost the same colors. I've grown a little bit. I made her a different horse. So I am working on getting that done. Back years ago when all I stitched on was Aida and DMC and, 14 count, I think that's an 18 count Aida. That was hard for me, but now it's a piece of cake. All right, next is My Big Toe. This is the Names of Jesus. This is where it was last time you guys saw it. And this is where it is now. I think, I honestly can't tell you what I worked on. I think I did this, but I'm not positive. I'm almost at a page finish. So down here is the end of the page, and then over here is the end of a page. So I almost have a page finish. Fabric is 32 count, a fabric that I dyed myself. It's supposed to be brown, but looks kind of pinkish. The brown and the red is the called for, and I am putting the names in purple. And if you're new to my channel, purple is my favorite color. So that is the names of Jesus. All right. I had so much to show you, so much that I stitched that my Lungenberger basket that I use to put my projects in after I stitch them so that I remember what I've done, it was overflowing. I put a picture here. I did take a picture of it. It was overflowing. And it's never overflowing. All right, next is the Stargazer by Mirabilia. If I have a picture, this is where it was last time you guys saw it. And that is where she's at now. Fabric is 16 count Witching Hour by Polstitches. The purple is a conversion that I did myself. And I believe I worked more in her bow and her hair. This is May. Last year I did Mirabilia Mondays and / Mirabilia. I'm not doing Mirabilia Mondays because all of my Mirabilias that I have kitted up are already started thanks to January Start Palooza. So I'm just going to do Mirabilia and work mainly on Mirabilias. So in Flosstube, they have what's called Mania, M-A-Y-N-I-A. It's where people do something to challenge themselves. Some people start new things every day of the month. Some people make it monogamous. I can't say that word, monogamous May, where they just work on one project the whole month. Lisa, Cross by Floss. I think she started Mirabilia. I'll put a link to her channel. So there's all sorts of mania plans. So anyways, so I did not do this in May. This was done in April. I think I may have done this while I was sitting watching TV with Mom and Gail. So you'll be seeing her again. You'll be seeing a lot of my all that story was to say you're going to see a lot of Mirabilias this month, because I'm going to be working on my Mirabilias. It may not be the only thing you see, but you are going to see a lot of Mirabilias. All right. Next is Death by Cross Stitch by Long Dog Samplers. I pulled this out when my husband said that he was having pain and I knew we were going to the ER. I quick grabbed this thinking this would be easy to work on. Here's a picture of where it was last time you guys saw it. I have to slide back because it's getting so big. So this is what it looks like from far away. Fabric is 32 count sand by Picture This Plus. The floss is DMC 935. So that is what it looks like far away. And up close, let me show you what I worked on. I worked in, I think I finished that line, and I put in that bird and that all that right there. So it wasn't too bad in the ER, but up in the room it was a little bit darker, so I only did this the first day. But you know what? Progress is progress. So that is That is Death by Cross Stitch. All right. And now we're going to start getting into all the Aida projects. Well, not Aida projects, but the smaller projects. First is Memorial Day by Hands On Design. This is where it was last time you guys saw it. And that is where it's at now. I got, I think I only worked down here. I did a lot of work down here. So I'm not fond of the colors, but looking in the video, it's not too bad, but looking at it in person, I'm like, ugh. But I kept it. So that's my progress on Memorial Day. Fabric is just a 14 count white Aida, and I am using, the chart calls for sulkies. I am using the DMC versions. Let's see if I can do this without, I am using the DMC versions that's called for. That's, the DMCs are the ones in the parentheses. All right, one more time. And you can see I'm doing a little back stitch there so that I could put the stitches that are around it. All right, I chose this one evening while I was sitting watching TV with Mom and Gail. This is My Big Toe, Chicken Crazy. So it's My Big Toe. And then there's the name. This is where it was last time you guys saw it, if I took a picture. And this is where it's at now. So let's see, I think I finished the banner, and then everything else is new. I may have even taken this to the hospital, I'm not sure. But the fabric is, picture this, plus 28 count Crystal Arbor. So that's Chicken Crazy. Oops. So next is, I think I might have done this, I may have done this before the hospital stay. This is called Star Spangled Street by Primrose Cottage Stitches. This is where it was last time you guys saw it. And this is where it's at now. It doesn't have a lot of work, but I just did the house. If I remember correctly, the house was stitched like, oh yeah, you can see it. I don't know how. Let's see, I think I started at that stitch right there. And then went up and over. If you can see that little space right there, I am one thread over too far because they're supposed to be touching. And you know, my saying, I said, screw it. I'm not going to deal with it. So I left it in. So I worked on the top of that first house. All right. Oh, and the fabric is 32 count raw, silver. You can see the little shimmer in it. All right, so this is one of the last ones that I pulled out because it would be easy. This is Santa's Hat of Holly Gifts, Some Ho 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 and Peppermints by Bent Creek. This was a kit that was given to me by my friend Beth. This is where it was last time you guys saw it, if I took a picture. So I got a lot done on this. This is really, really easy. The fabric, or the floss is actually DMC, the thicker stuff, pearl cotton. And I was just zooming right along on this. And the fabric is, I don't know what it is. It's kind of like burlappy. So that's where that Santa's hat of holly, how far I've gotten that. If I tried, I probably could get it done pretty soon. All right, so these next two are Miramania's projects. So I've worked on these this month in May. First one is Sabrina. First one is Sabrina by Mirabilia. This is where she was last time you saw her. And this is where she's at now. So I worked on the back of the chair, and then this is part of her arm that's in the back. So I got a little bit done on her. Fabric is 32 count Yule wreath by BeStitchMe. This was an exclusive in their winter box. So pretty. So that is Sabrina. And then I have one more Mirabilia. I've been working, you know, basically I brought my husband home on Monday. Tuesday I was home with him, and then Wednesday through last Wednesday I basically worked every day because I didn't take off for when my mom and sister were here, which I should have, but so I really didn't stitch much since I brought him home. And he's doing much better. He said he feels better. Each day he feels a little bit better. Yesterday while I was mowing yard, he did some laundry for me. So that's, you know, that's huge for him. He hasn't felt like doing much. So he's getting there. Next is Zelda by Mirabilia. This is where she was last time you guys saw her. All right, and this is where she's at now. I didn't do a lot. I worked on her, just finished a strand yesterday, and I worked just a smidge the night before on her. I worked on the pillow over here. So after I stitched her, not last night, the night before, I had her draped over my, it's like a book pillow that you use in bed. I left it on the table, or the stand next to me, and a glass was set next to it that, you know, sweated, and the fabric was touching the glass, and the fabric wicked that condensation. And I noticed yesterday afternoon, last night, that there was a stain on it. So let me put a picture here. I phoned a friend and asked her what I should do, so, because there are the purple and the pink, or definitely the purple, is a what do you call them? Karen water lilies. So we weren't sure if they would bleed or not, but they say that they're color fast, except maybe the darker colors may not. So they said to test them, but I did test them and the purple didn't run. So I just dunked this in water to see if it would get any, you know, if it would match. And there is just the faintest of lines, just a very faint line there. So I mean, you probably didn't even notice if I hadn't told you. So, you know, I gotta decide if I'm just gonna let it soak for a little bit, because I basically just dunked it. I may actually wash it. Fabric is 32 count Stormy Gray by Wichelt. I'm using the called for floss, which is a combination of DMC and Karen water lilies. And then you can see up in their hair here, these are going to be beads. So this was my number 2 for Mirabilia. And that's all the stitching I have for you. Trying to remember how to do this. You wouldn't think having 4 weeks off would make this difficult, but it does. All right, so you guys are so sweet. Let me just show you. Look at this beautiful card that Katrina, she is called, she has a Flosstube channel, The Crafty Cataloger. Go give her some love, give her some support. She has a small channel. Crafty Cataloger. I'll put a link down below, and if I can remember, I'll put a little thing up here. I'm not sure if I can figure that out. I will. She makes cards, so she does not just cross stitch on her channel. She does all sorts of different crafts. Isn't that a beautiful card? So thank you so much, Katrina. It is very pretty. Thank you. All right, and Lisa, she sent my husband a lap shawl that she did not make. Isn't that pretty? So thank you so very much, Lisa. It's very pretty. All right, put that over there so I remember to take it back outside. All right, so while I was away, I've gotten some goodies. My fabrics of the month and my floss of the month, and there was a couple of things that I had ordered from, what is it called? Nashville Needle Market. A couple of those things from Primitive Hair showed up, so let me just show you what I ordered. So I bought 2 exclusives, one for me, one for you. Stitches rolls by Primitive Hair. Let's see, can I put that so that you can see it? Comes with the fabric, the floss. It looks like it even comes with what do you call that? Fusible stuff. So I'm going to give one of these away today. So if you are interested in Stitchers Rule, just write in the comments Stitchers Rule. STITCHERSRULES. Stitchers Rules. And I will ship that. Yeah, I don't think this is too heavy. I'll ship this anywhere in the world. I'll leave that right there so that I can remember not to do something with it. My pile of stuff to put up is getting huge. All right, and then I bought a bunch of their, let me get these out of the plastic. I'm going to cut for a minute. All right, so I also bought linen. The first one is Irish Bog Skies. This is what the fabric looks like. It's just a dark. So I bought some for me and some for you guys. My board. Yeah, you really can't tell, but it's a dark. So this fabric is probably 30 count because that's usually what she does. Yeah, 30 count linen by the Primitive Hair. So if you are interested in winning Irish Bog Skies, Irish, IRISH, you can just write the word Irish in the comment box below. And let me fold this up and put the tag with it so that I don't lose it. And then I also bought Winter Frost. I'm going to give this away. The fabric looks like this. This is also a 30 count. You can see what it looks like kind of there. looks kind of like there's writing on it in some spots. And in some spots it doesn't. So this is, let's see, winter. You write the word winter for me if you are interested in winter frost. And then last one is ocean silk. I'm going to give that away, but this is what it looks like. This is ocean silk. If you are interested in the ocean silk, write the word ocean. And I will give these away next week. So if you are interested in any of those items, the Stitchers rule, you write the word Stitchers, or Stitchers rule. For the ocean, you write the word ocean in the comment box. And I believe for winter frost, you write the word winter. And for Irish bog skies, you write the word Irish. So if you are interested in any of those items, in the comment box below, you write the word that you are interested in. Put in only the items that you will use yourself or give to a friend. I do not want them to be resold or something like that, because I'm giving them as a gift. I will send to anywhere in the world. And don't say the word free or the word giveaway or any of those words that will cause people to, search to try to win things from us. And please be over the age of 18 so that you can legally give me your mailing address. Oh, I have more. So my fabric, or the, girl, my tongue is not working today. So my clubs arrived, some of them while we've been away. First is Forbidden Fiber Co. I got a 32 count, quarter yard. This is called Latte. And speaking of Forbidden Fiber Co., I have got to check their website. I believe they were going to have another mystery box, this time for Clue, the game of Clue. I love that movie, Clue. So I got to go on and see if it's available. So this is Latte by Forbidden Fiber Co. And next is my Color and Cotton Floss Thread Club for April 2022. I get the 5 skeins, all colors. This is their colors. So we have Bluegrass, Reggae, Fortissimo. Look at, I don't know, can you see the variegation in that one? Ragtime. This has got a little bit of variegation. And Soprano. So that is my Color and Cotton. And BeStitchMe Fabric of the Month. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. Look at purple. This is called Gorgeous Grape, and it's also a 32 count. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh. So all my fabric club and my floss of the month, and my magazine, I didn't look at them. I just brought the package in here. I just opened them this morning and I saw this. I'm like, oh my gosh. I can see a Mirabilia on here. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can open it enough that you can see. Anyways, I'm sure something pretty will go on that. All right, so my Just Cross Stitch magazine arrived sometime along the way for, this is the June one. And quick looking through, I saw there are several things. Unlike last month where I didn't see a lot that I liked, this month I see a whole bunch of things that I might like to stitch. So that's the charts that are in this magazine. All right. Okay. I think that's it. I actually had to write myself a note. Oh, the Stitching by Sarah swag from a month ago for Lisa and Roxanne. I am so sorry. I just got it in the mail yesterday. So, I'm so sorry. I saw it sitting on my record player the night before, and I'm like, oh, I still have them. So they just got in the mail. So I'm so sorry. But otherwise, I think that's it. My baby girl turned 24 this Tuesday. Time flies. I cannot believe my children are as old as they are. So I'm just going to continue with Mirabilia. I'm not going to start anything new. I'm just going to work on the ones I have because I have enough Mirabilia started. You may see some other things stitched this month. I do have something that I'm stitching on that's for a present for somebody. So that may take a little bit of my time. It's relatively small. I should get it done soon. But other than that, I think that's it. My husband is going to be home for a total of 6 to 8 weeks, I think it was. So I'll pray for him. He is bored out of his skull already, and it's only been, a week and a half that he's been home. Yeah. So anyways, I hope y'all are doing well. Thank you for coming back. I really do appreciate y'all that keep coming back. And for all those who've subscribed. If you are not a subscriber and you like my content, please consider subscribing. I think I'm going to try either today or tomorrow to do a stash dive of my charts. Somebody had requested that. So I may, since it's Mirabilia, maybe I'll do a stash dive of my Mirabilia charts. That'll be one video. I could do a stash dive of my Mirabilias. I could do a stash dive of my Paula Vons. I've got a lot of collections. So I think I may do that this weekend sometime and maybe put it up Monday. If you see it Monday, it'll be there Monday. If not, I didn't get to it. Anyways, so thank you so very much for coming back. I really do appreciate y'all that keep coming back. And I will, Lord willing, I will see you all next Friday. Bye, guys.